Bro just punched straight reinforced metal. I know that hand ringing. And Doc Ock grabs Pete from off of the Vulture, chunks his ass again just for Sandman to make a Sandbat and hit the piss at a dog. I mean, bro.
Bro, Sandbat is crazy. What is good, ladies and gents? Happy freaking New Year! It is 2025, full of many blessings to come, ladies and gents. Not gonna lie, 2024 was a very trying year for a lot of us, and it was through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of goods and a lot of bads. But 2025, it's a new year, so what they always say, new year, new me. Such a cliche ass shit, but hey, so be it. But now, start the new year. What better way to start off? That's some cool Uno _9. The time Peter, my fault, I'm bugging. I'm sorry, I gave it away as I didn't already. The time Spider-Man sold the Sinister Six while sleeping. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just finna get right into this. I'm with all the bullshit, all right? He's right. I'm with all the bullshit today, all right? I'm with all the bullshit when it comes to this shit, all right? We talk about Spider-Man we talking about, all right? Let's get to it.
Symbiote Spider-Man always been OD. Just look at how he was doing Sandman when he got that in Spider-Man 3.
Facts.
Look how he was talking.
Not gonna lie, ladies and gents. Now, question, ladies and gents. Did any of you guys know who, what's my man's name? CJ the Champ is? I hope you know who that guy is. If you don't, you probably should go check him out. So he has this thing where he does the Black Air Force Roundtable. If I'm being thoroughly honest, I really think that Black Symbiote Spider-Man deserves to sit at that round table. Black Symbiote Spider-Man or Venom. Well, actually, no, better yet, my fault. Just Black Symbiote Spider-Man. That man was a villain. Respectfully, Black Symbiote Spider-Man was a goddamn villain. I'm just calling a spade a spade. He was a fucking villain. He was fucking people up. Like, every time he showed up, hey, man, he turned to Batman. Because he bit shit out of people. They might as well be dead at that point. So I'm just like, hey, bro, it'd be out of pocket. But hey, so be it.
To his dying friend in Spider-Man 2.
That suit is changing you.
This suit is the only reason I'm still alive.
Yeah, it's pretty great, isn't it?
Why don't you pop some more pills and say what you're really feeling?
Hey!
I'm just saying, man, hand me the symbiote and I'm not moving like that. But my man Electro got let out of prison and I'm gonna keep.
I'm sorry, I can't. Yo, what the fuck just happened? That dude did. Bro, I'll tell you, Kai needs his own show, bro. He needs his own show.
With a buck with you, I'm not letting this nigga out of prison, bro. Look at the tubes of electricity fluctuating still throughout his body. You're not going out to the broader public like that, big dog. He's talking to this doctor, and as soon as she leaves, that good boy act drops frame 1. I mean, he switched up immediately. Got on the payphone and started talking to Doc Ock in prison, saying, yeah, I'm ready, I'm out. Like, bro ain't been out in the public for 3 minutes and he already plotting. And then after Otto gets that call, he starts rallying up the rest of the Sinister Six. And Rhino, Sandman, Shocker, Vulture, and Otto get broken out of jail with the help of Electro and Hammerhead. As Hammerhead gives these boys their suits, Electro charges up Doc Ock so he can use his arms again. And Otto's like, alright, let's go jump that bitch ass nigga Spider-Man real quick. And the craziest part to me is they're doing all this just to box a 16-year-old. And they don't know it, bro, but imagine they beat Spider-Man, unmasked little bro, and found out bro was 16. Like, I wouldn't even feel good about beating him. It's a 16-year-old. But on the other hand, this 16-year-old has been forcefully removing my teeth from my mouth every time we fight. But at that point in time, after you figure it out, you've been getting...
Not gonna lie. If I'm a villain, and I found out I'm getting boxed by a 16-year-old this whole time, I'm gonna have to kill him at that point. They're just I'm already going to jail, so I mean at that point he gotta die. I mean there's just no way to it. If I am a villain, Again, emphasize the if I'm a villain. Okay? But let's be honest though, if you're getting boxed by a 16-year-old like this, it's I ain't gonna hold you. If you're getting boxed like this by a 16-year-old, it might just be your time to stop being a villain at that point, like respectfully. Like there's just no point in being a villain if you're getting packed up like this by a 16-year-old kid. I understand he has superhuman powers, but it's like, come on, what are we doing?
Your ass done in by a 16-year-old and it took you and 5 other grown-ass men just to beat him up, you should give up being a supervillain, bro. Go be a retail worker, man.
What did I just say? What the fuck did I literally just said that. No, my religion. I have not watched the episode, just came out, so that was not planned at all. I haven't watched this. It's my first time watching this, so I hope you understand that too.
Go rev up them fryers, man. That cashier job is calling for you, big man. But we switched to go see what Pete is doing, and he goes and tells Aunt May, hey man, go ahead, go to that play you was wanting to go to, as she dips up out of there. And then he pulls up on Eddie Brock, and bro is mad as hell at him for taking pictures of Spider-Man stealing the symbiote instead of calling the cops, as he dips off saying, you need something taken away from you, remember that later. But then we go see what Aunt May is doing, and her ass is getting ready to go to that play. But then 47 cop and SWAT cars pull it up. And I'm not gonna lie, if this is just a regular daily occurrence, y'all niggas just need to get out of New York, man, because this is crazy. You step out the house for 5 minutes and 14 cop and SWAT cars pull up on the street in front of you trying to shoot at Rhino? Yeah, man, this New York shit is for the birds, man. I'm sorry, but the cops start blasting shots at Rhino. And it's doing nothing. And after like the first 4 niggas shoot at Rhino, hitting this nigga directly, and nothing happens, y'all should just dip up out of there, bro. Y'all just making him more mad. But Rhino smashes through the battalion of cop and SWAT cars. But Spidey swings in and he starts talking mess to Rhino just for this nigga to get snuck by the Sandman. And I mean, that punch sent little bro flying. And then Shocker, Vulture, Electro, and Doc Ock pulled up. Oh yeah, nah, Pete, it's looking terrible for you right now, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. But Aunt May and her friend are still out, so Pete escorts them into the theater just to get grabbed by the back of the head from Doc Ock's tentacle. This nigga Shocker says pull. Doc Ock tosses Spider-Man, and Shocker booms that nigga with his shockwave.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of violating him right there. God. But even still, ladies and gents, think about it like this. It's taking 7 grown-ass men to be a 16-year-old kid. Do you understand how crazy that sounds? Put in the comments if that sounds crazy as hell to you. Just put in the comments, please and thank you.
6 niggas, 1 room, first time he was tossed. Over here treating this nigga like he a damn animal for sport. Electro tried to electrocute my goat, but he dodged out of the way just in time. Just for us to see Aunt May have a goddamn heart attack, bro, this is kinda crazy. But Rhino started running at Pete, he dodged out the way and swung off of these traffic lights. Just for Electro to try to boom Spidey in midair, but he dodged out the way. Pete tried to get up in the air, but Vulture just slashed that little bro's back as he lashed on the dude and tried to punch him in his backpack to destroy all of his flight gear like he did for their first fight, but it did not work. Bro just punched straight reinforced metal. I know that hand ringing. And Doc Ock grabs Pete from off of the Vulture, chunks his ass again just for Sandman to make a sandbat and hit the piss at a dog. I mean, bro.
Bro, Sandbat is crazy. That then was a home run too. God, that's nasty work. Not gonna lie, that's just filthy activity right there. God. They fucking him up right now, even in the black symbiote. God.
Hit a mean ass home run with that bat. I think Sandman is in the wrong profession. We need you on that field, playboy. So Spider-Man's like, damn, they kind of beating my ass, bro. They putting it in my stomach. So he decides to go recover in the sewers. Bro realized he could not hang with the big boys, so he had to retreat in the sewers. And I'm not gonna lie, this might have been the smartest move I've seen Spider-Man make, because he went to the sewers and he rendered 3 out of the 6 members of the Sinister Six immobile. Electro could not go into the sewers and use his powers, or else he'd be cooking everybody. Sandman don't do well with water, and Rhino could not fit in them bitches. But then we switched to Flash Thompson POV. And remember when I said Flash said, you need something taken away from you, Pete? He tries to take Mary Jane away from Pete by taking her on this date. And now that I'm really thinking about it, this nigga Flash Thompson is in college. That nigga Mary Jane probably the
Not gonna lie, I did not know that. So, I'm be honest with you, I generally did not know that. The fact this nigga is in college, taking out a fucking high school. You couldn't get a grown ass woman. You're in fucking college. Niggas. All right, let's just put in the comments. Yuck. I'm kidding. But, National, put in the comments. Wow. For Flash. Wow. Just like that, too.
Same age as Pete. That nigga's 16. Sir, you can't fuck that little ass dog, man. Get out of there. But my man Pete goes back home and he was about to go to bed until he gets a call from J. Jonah Jameson, and he thinks that bro is finna start yapping in his ear about Spider-Man losing to the Sinister Six and that Peter Parker needs to take his pictures. But nah, Jonah was finna call him about his aunt having a damn heart attack. But Pete didn't want to hear none of that, so he hung up the phone and went straight to sleep. But then we go see what the Sinister Six is doing, and they is all sitting down in this tore up ass restaurant eating food while the cops outside just watching. And this is the first time New York cops ever caught a W, bro, because they is just watching this and doing nothing, because they already couldn't do nothing to Rhino. Now they got 5 other superpowered ass niggas there. But the Sinister Six is talking about how to weed out Spider-Man. We might have ran bro away, but he is still alive. We is trying to cook little dude. So they decide to take hostages at this bank to weed Spider-Man out because he's a superhero and he's gonna come save the day regardless. So then we switch to Peter Parker, and bro just got a radio call that the Sinister Six is taking hostages at this bank. And my nigga Peter is still asleep, but the symbiote's like, don't you even worry about it, I got you, twin. And the symbiote starts using Peter's body for their own sake as they pull up on the Sinister Six. And I'm not gonna lie, Sinister Six.
The fact that Pete's still asleep and the symbiote's using his body just to go put the dukes on him, it's nasty work right there. It's villain activity.
Just hit the nastiest combo off on this nigga Pete, bro. Bro started swinging over to the bank. Vulture cut his webs, so Pete's ass fell on the ground perfectly in this little pile of sand. Just for Sandman to raise that nigga Pete up into the air, sling his ass at this building, just to toss his ass away for Electro to shoot this nigga in midair. But after Electro shot that nigga Pete, Rhino punched the piss out of the dog, dropping his ass on this car, man. Shockwave did.
Bro, why they comboing this nigga like this, bro? God. They comboing the shit out of my man Pete. And he sleep. Damn.
Shot his shockwaves at Pete, launching this nigga into the air, but he caught himself on the traffic lights just for Doc Ock to pull up, grab bro by the leg, and just chunked his ass on the ground. So now all the Sinister Six pull up on Pete, string his ass up, and then Rhino's getting ready to impale Spider-Man because he done won a coin toss or something. And I think it's crazy y'all having coin tosses on who gets to kill a nigga, but you know, that's just me, I guess. Rhino starts charging at Pete, but the symbiote starts shooting webs out of his back. Whack that nigga Rhino and Otto in the eye, while Electro's eager ass pulls up like, I'll finish it, starts zapping Pete, but he's zapping Otto too. And then they both get sent flying back. We then go see what Flash and MJ is doing, but bro is talking about Pete the whole time, and he's speeding on the highway, quite literally scaring the hoes with him. How you with a bitch, you talk about a whole nother nigga the whole time?
Ladies and gents, if you're gonna be on a date with a girl, this is just 101. How you be on a date with a girl and talk about somebody else the entire time? That's disgusting work. You should be having a conversation with the girl. She asks you a question, you can answer that question faithfully. Ask her some questions, get to know her a little bit more. But talking about a whole nother ass man is disgusting work. That's how I get friend zone too. Just keeping it real.
But Flash parks the bike and Mary Jane gets off and basically tells Flash that Peter is better than him in every way.
Better than you, my shape up better, my car faster, my drip better, my clothes fit better, my hoes better, my tattoos better, I'm stronger than you, my bitch thicker than yours, my gun's bigger than yours, nigga, my gun's bigger than yours. I talk better than you, I hustle better, I can get $1 quicker than you, I talk better, I walk better, my shoes fit me better, I get paid more than you.
Hold on, was that Luke Castro getting cooked? Please tell that was Luke Castro getting cooked. Ladies and gents, if you watch Battle Rap, put in the comments if that was Luke Castro getting cooked.
Back to Pete, and he's over here getting jumped out of his mind, man. Doc Ock is trying to boom him with his tentacle arms, but Pete is dodging each and every single one until he gets on the edge of this little bridge. And Shocker shoots his shockwaves at bro. He dodges out the way by jumping off of this bridge while Ock has his tentacle come after Pete, but he kicks that bitch right out the way. Webs that nigga Ock on his way down too, and Sandman was right there with Pete when he jumped down. And he was charging up this punch, but Pete just threw Ock at Sandman before he could even do anything. Electro gets a little pot shot off on Pete, but his ass Elden Ring rolls out the way, webs him and Shocker up, and slams both of their heads on the railing of this bridge. But Sandman was still behind Pete, and he punched the piss out of the dog. Sandman started running at Pete, and Pete looked behind him. Vulture was right behind his ass, so there was only one way to go, and that was up. But he timed it just right to have Vulture and Sandman run into each other, man. I'm not gonna lie, these grown-ass men falling for 16-year-old tactics is kind of crazy. But while Pete was up under the bridge, Rhino's me strong ass just pulled the ground up with Pete and chunks Pete into the air. And then this shit really just got me thinking, man. Supervillains really just be in this shit for the money. And if you're this strong, you can do all these things, nigga, just play a sport. Like, if this nigga...
No funny shit. If Rhino played football, ladies and gents, if Rhino played fucking football or rugby, bro, that nigga be the greatest of all time. No funny shit. No BS. If Rhino did a physical sport as far as football or fucking rugby, he'd be the greatest of all time. There's no, he'd be a nasty. What was it? He's too big to be a fucking running back. He might be a TD, a tight end maybe. Yeah, he probably be a TD. He probably be a tight end. He definitely gonna be a wide receiver. He have to be a TD, or he could be a lineman. One of the two. But nah, either TD or lineman. One of the two. He's too damn big to be one of the other two. So yeah, rugby. I don't know the position of rugby, so I can't answer that question for you. He might be alright in lacrosse, but he might break someone's shit. So yeah, never mind. But yeah, he would definitely be nasty in football for sure.
Rhino got drafted to any football team in existence, they is not losing. Well, maybe except the Cowboys, man, because if he got drafted to the Cowboys, they still found a way to sell. But while being propelled into the air with this big ass slab of rock, Pete webs to the ledging of this bridge and slingshots this rock at Rhino. But bro just did a little crossbar, tanking the whole thing. As Electro and Shocker start trying to mow Pete down with lightning and shockwaves, but he is dodging out of the way until he webs both their ankles and trips the piss out of them. But Rhino's ass is still there as he starts running at Pete just for bro to jump over him, get on top of his chest, web him in the face. Shocker and Electro get back up. They start trying to mow Pete down, but he goes behind Rhino as they start cooking that big ass nigga instead. I mean, completely fried his ass, man. Look at bro, mouth agape. So Electro and Shocker are like, damn. So anyways, I started blasting and kept blasting at Rhino to get to Pete. And then Shocker starts mowing Rhino down because Rhino fell back and Pete is holding his ass up. And Shocker told Electro to go around the corner and try to get Spidey. But once Electro gets there, Spidey just throws Rhino on top of Electro, immobilizing his ass. That's 2 out of the 6 gone. Shocker started putting that pressure on Spidey because he started to dip. He dropped Spidey down because he cut off his webs. So Spidey started running to the sewers, trying to get up out of there again. But Vulture's like, oh no, I'm not letting your bitch ass do that again. He tried to pull up on Dog, but Spidey blocked the attack with a grate. But Electro still got that nigga in his clutches. As Shocker tells Vulture to move, he was getting ready to boom Spider-Man, but as soon as Vulture moved, Spidey moved too, dodging out of the way of his shockwaves. And Spidey clung on to Vulture, ripped that nigga brain out, whipped his ass up as he took off one of the little claws on his feet, going back to Shocker, dodging out of the way of his shockwaves. And then he throws Vulture's little talon thing at Shocker, embedding itself into his gauntlet just for Sandman to pull up, trying to hit Pete with this nasty ass right, but bro dodged out of the way, having Shocker shoot a hole through Sandman. And Pete is like, oh yeah, this free eats, pulls Shocker towards Sandman, and since his gauntlet is on the fritz, he starts frying the Sandman. As Pete pulled up on the Shocker, kicked the nigga in the chest and took off one of his gauntlets. Sandman started to get back up.
Ladies and gents, put in the comments villain for symbiote Spider-Man. Put in the comments villain. Or GOAT, because he is soloing. The fact that he is soloing 6 grown-ass men while asleep is nasty. Nasty, ladies and gents. Nasty. So you can put villain, put Black Air Forces, or put GOAT in the comments. One of those 3 for Symbiote Spider-Man, because he's one of those 3 things right now. I'm just keeping it G.
Again, so Pete threw that gauntlet that's on the fritz at Sandman, making sure bro won't get up again. Just for the Shocker to pull up on Pete and hit him with a full power shockwave, knocking him down and Pete too. That's 5 out of the 6 gone. But with 5 out of the 6 of the Sinister Six gone, it's just Otto left. And he picks up the scraps of Pete, grabs bro by the back of his head, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need Otto to stop picking up my son Pete by the back of the head. He grabbing bro by the back of the head.
Not gonna lie, he low-key selling the shit out of Pete by grabbing the back of his head like that. Like, that's like, he just be palming his head like this and just picking him up. Basically little broing him and calling him his son at the same time. That's just disgusting work right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping it G with you.
Like Otto was fucking a ball bitch, bro, chill out. But then Otto brings this to attention. He says, I knew your ass was locked in when you didn't say a word. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to talk about this the whole video. This nigga Pete hasn't said a damn word this whole fight. That's like the scariest Spider-Man you ever want to come across to, bro.
No funny shit, that is fucking terrifying. The fact that he ain't said a goddamn thing the whole fucking fight. And knowing Spider-Man, he is very much a quirky person. We'll talk a lot of shit while whooping your ass at the same time, which is the worst. Not gonna lie, that's the worst, when someone's whooping your ass in anything and they're talking shit. That shit will piss you off no matter what. That would just irritate the living shit out of you. And this time he didn't say shit, which is fucking terrifying, because he was asleep this whole fucking time, which is still fucking crazy.
Was in the symbiote suit and he's not cracking jokes. Not only is he not cracking jokes, nigga just not talking. The Sinister Six fates was sealed as soon as they heard nary a peep come out this nigga Peter's mouth. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'd rather fight Hulk than a quiet Spider-Man. But Otto starts walking Peter over to Rhino. I was like, yeah, I did promise Rhino he was gonna kill your ass, as he's getting ready to impale Pete on Rhino's big ass horn. But Electro is still going crazy. He's like, get this big ass nigga off of me, as he starts frying Otto with Pete too. But Otto gets up, he's like, you know what, Rhino, my fault, dog. I gotta boom Spider-Man right now today. He is pissing me off. So he starts trying to hit bro with his tentacles and he's dodging out of the way till he grabs onto bro by the leg and chunks his ass away. But this was the worst mistake Otto could have made, because as soon as bro got slung, he started swinging on his lamppost and drop kicked Otto in the chest. He picked bro up by the scruff, picked up his tentacle, and was getting ready to boom that nigga, but the police pulled up like, hey, chill, bro, you ain't have to do all that. And Pete dips, man, ending the fight, man. 6 out of the 6 of the Sinister Six is cooked, bro. And oh baby, this nigga symbiote Spidey is a damn menace. Let me know if y'all want to see me cover other symbiote Spider-Man fights, because I definitely got that for y'all. But the moral of the story is, do not be like Eddie Brock. Don't be an 18, 19-year-old ass nigga macking on 15, 16-year-olds. That's weird, buddy. But with that being said, if you liked, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and yeah, I'm up out of here. Bye.
Ladies and gents, please put Black Air Force in the comments for Symbiote Spider-Man. Just put Black Air Forces, or villain, or GOAT. Whoops, sorry. Or GOAT, one of the 3, because that's what he is. He's one of the 3 of those things. But hey, ladies and gents, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. It's your favorite phone for JT. We are out of here, and Happy New Year to everybody. Peace.
Jerome B.